That's what the 4 people who are waiting, that's what they said. They said, we're going to sit here and wait and see if this actually.
If this is a real thing.
My internet will not act up.
Oh.
Am I frozen?
You were for a minute. I think you're back. But I can hear you. I don't see you moving.
Why is it? It's like I go live and it freezes. There we go. Now it's like catching up.
Now this is good.
This is so sad. It's so sad. I can't even have good internet to come and talk to the fabulous Marina. You know? I mean, it's funny when it's on Juicy Bras because everybody expects it. But it's like, for God's sake, if she's going to be a guest somewhere, could at least have like functioning internet so people can hear what you have to say, which it's not much. I don't have much to say, so it's all right.
I know. The night is young. Well, it is what? 4 p.m. for you.
It is 4:06 p.m. And yeah, and it's still a young day for you. What is that? It's like some kind of chalice?
Yeah.
What is that?
I drink from this.
Your beverage? What are you drinking out of it? Like some sort of witch's brew? What's in there?
Nothing really. It's just seltzer, but it looks cool.
The cat has a third eye?
It does. Isn't that great? So the sad story about it is I got it for like $20 and it's all hand painted.
Yeah.
Because the lady, and so this is the thing with artists. Sometimes we really doubt ourselves. So this person really doubted herself. She sold it as a second. She worked on it for a very long time. But because it has this little separation mark.
She sold it as a second because
she sold it to me for $20 as a second. And I'm like, dude, are you sure?
Maybe she might be highly productive and she paints very fast, and she was just like, you can have it for half off. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think she worked on it for a long time. And
it's really pretty. The flowers and the leaves and the detail it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have a cat? Do you happen to have you don't even have a cat, but
I don't have a cat. I prefer dogs. I like cats. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I like cats. They're okay, but I'm allergic. So I get around and my eyes get itchy and they swell up and I sneeze and it's really not pretty to see that happening. It's like, and just disgusting. You mind if I smoke? Is it okay to smoke in here?
Yeah, you can go for it.
Thank you.
If I can drink
from your chalice.
My fake whatever.
Yeah, that's all good. I've got my Waterloo. I'm not actually day drinking. If anyone's here.
It's 5 p.m. somewhere.
It's 5 p.m. for a seltzer.
For New York.
Yeah, New York. That's true. It's 5 p.m. there because people get off work and do whatever it is they do.
And go to my favorite bar. This is this bar.
You have a favorite bar?
I do. So you can only access it by taking one elevator in Grand Central Station.
Oh, that sounds like a hidden gem.
It's a hidden bar. Yeah.
How cool is that? Yeah, I'd like to. I haven't had a chance to really explore New York. I really want to. So maybe in the future go because they've got museums. Oh shit! I'm frozen again.
You are, but I can hear you.
Well, I mean, at least you can hear me. I was about to lose my mind there. You're lucky you couldn't see that.
Oh man, I mean, this is a good start.
I mean,
5 cocktails in.
5 seltzer waters in, and here we are. And that's what I even put on my, I did a short little announcement story like I usually do for the other show. And it's like, I don't even know what we're going to talk about. We're just showing up, just going to show up.
Let's see. I have a question.
You have a question? Okay. I might have an answer. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Depends on the question.
So I think we share some of the audience with you, but there are some people who do not know you.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
and I expect that because that's what people will probably see me and they're just like, who the fuck is that?
Well, some people are just like, I'm here for the watercolor. She has not produced even one thing with watercolor.
Wait,
So.
this is a watercolor channel and you haven't made anything with watercolors yet?
No, not really. It's
Shut up.
Yeah, it's like I show it in my pen videos and my ink videos.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of recorded kind of swatching of like different makers' watercolors, but I still have not edited that.
That's hilarious. Well, we'll be sure to talk about watercolors today.
Oh, there you go.
I do have watercolors. Oh, that's right. I just have to, it's my prop. It's actually to make you feel at ease. Just, we're all relaxed here and, I'm not day drunk, by the way. I haven't had a drink in, it's been 3 weeks. But I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Yes. Now that I'm not really a big drinker. I'm a social drinker. That's really
sure.
it. So
same here.
Yeah, if my sister's around, I'll drink. And if I'm at a pen show, I will have a drink. But I don't come home and have a drink. I don't drink by myself. So I do eat sweets by myself, though, and I do hide them so my family can't find them. Mm-hmm. Don't tell them that. I actually have a cabinet in the kitchen. They don't know that's where it's hidden. So I do have a bad sweet tooth. But I don't know. What should I tell them about? What should I say about myself? What do you want to know?
So here's the thing. I think people don't know that you actually have an art degree and you have an interest in art, right? Some
do, some don't. Some think, it's just pens, I guess. But yeah, my day job, I'm an art historian. That's my day job. I do research for a private employer. And prior to this, I taught art history at the Art Institute before it closed. It closed down a few years back, but that was right out of grad school because I went to grad school to study art history because art history is my passion. That's been, since I was a little kid, visiting museums and looking at paintings and studying paintings. My mom, we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So the museums, especially the museum here in Houston, was free. So she would take us to the museum, and that's where I got my love of art. I think that's where it developed, but I've always drawn, even as a little kid. I was always sketching and drawing and, at a really, really young age. And so I think she saw that, and she decided to nurture it and kind of help those creative juices flow. And I'm glad she did, because that's, sketching and painting and pens and inks, ink wash, it's saved me from myself.
I mean, it's a therapy.
It is therapeutic. It's, it's a fabulous creative outlet. But no, I went, I wanted to be an artist growing up, but you can't make money as an artist unless you know people.
That's what they tell you. And then you realize that at some point, yes.
Yeah. I mean, here and there, but so I went to school to study graphic design. That's what my original field is. I wanted to go to art school, but I also wanted to have a job. So I studied graphic design. That's why I got my undergrad in design. And I worked at an ad agency for a little while. And then I worked at a educational publishing house making like worksheets and board games and video games for kids that have learning disabilities. And that was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed that. But I let it all go so I could stay home with my kids and raise them. So eventually I went back to school once I got both kids in elementary school, I went back to school. I went and I told my husband, I was like, I want to go study art history. I that's just what I want to do. He's like, hey, I'm cool with it. As long as it doesn't interfere with the kids, picking them up and, stuff like that. Totally cool. Have no problem with it. So yeah, I went back and studied art history and, you know, I emphasized in photography. Actually, I love photography, street photography, and I like to dabble in photography. So anything creative, I'll try it. It's like cocaine.
For your brain.
Yes, try it. I'm willing to try it. I love, to get high on art, high on paints and pens and inks. And my dogs, they're high right now.
I love them.
I hate them so
that's
much.
You.
They're such jerks.
That's a part of you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they've become part of the background. People expect it. Whenever I'm doing a video or I'm live, it's like the dogs will freak out at least once or twice. So it's fun. So much fun. What about you? You studied art, didn't you? You were an art student?
I was. That was something I studied when I was very young. So that's something I did not go and pursue. I mean, precisely because everyone was like, well, you need money.
Yeah. And art supplies aren't cheap either. You need to make money to buy your stuff.
No.
That's why I used to tell my students, in art school that Satan owns the art supply store. That's why it's so expensive. It's all run by Satan. That's why it's so expensive. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I started kind of with no money. My mom did not support me, unfortunately, in that. My dad did.
Oh, that's cool. So you have one parent.
I have one parent that supported me. The other one is like, what the hell is this? You're not a rich kid. Which is my mom. She's the realist.
Yeah, I mean,
And then my dad, an engineer, he's like, she should do it. And so it was that, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it while it lasted. And I remember meeting my teacher about 5 years after, and I'm working this airport job. And so I am meeting her at the airport. And she's like, do you still draw? Are you still creative? And I was like, to be honest with you, I haven't picked anything up in 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And I was like prepared, she's going to scold me. Because I knew I was one of her favorites at some point. For some weird reason, because there are kids much better than me. Like people who could, see you and sketch you as you are. Like,
oh, yes.
It's like, a photograph. Right. And I considered that just intensely cool.
Well, it is very cool, but there's the thing about that. I don't mind a realist sketch. I think that's really cool. If you can sketch precisely what you see, that's great. But still, when I see that, there's a lack of style.
And there's a reason.
That's what's missing. It's like it's missing its soul.
Yeah. And there's a reason. So a friend of mine who was one of those kids, she was both music and art person. So she ended up doing music. She lives in London. She does very well. I'm not going to say who it works for, but she's great. She's talented. And at some point we had this conversation because she's like, I'm choosing music over art. And I was like, why? Because you're like, where I stand, your stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
And she's like, there's a difference between you and I because you have ability to kind of create and come up with things that you don't see in front of you. And I can't. And this is why, I overcompensate by sketching something so realistic because that's what I can do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never realized that could be a thing. I was just always under impression that people are so talented, they're able to, reproduce something they see precisely. And that was the moment I was like, oh.
Yeah. Well, when I was in school, there was this guy and he was we were in the same class, I suppose. And he was in a lot of my classes. And you know how after you create, the project, everybody puts it up on the wall and we critique. I never minded the critiques. I mean, it's just, the only thing I hated about the critiques was that it felt like it took forever. Yeah. I was just like, can't we just be a little more straightforward about everything and not have to like dance around. But anyway, this guy made beautiful stuff, you know, very hyper realistic and very cool, but it just like it just kind of lacked personality. And yeah, I always wondered that, and I used to be so jealous of him because I was just like I could kind of draw somewhat realistic, but I think I have a personal style that comes out just like every artist has a style that manifests itself when you're drawing anything, and it's just like handwriting. You have your own style of handwriting, and so yeah, I got over the jealousy because I was just like, I started, as I studied art history, and I started studying more about, how artists, their styles are very individualistic. Like if you look at Henri Matisse, his drawings of the human form is so unique, and of course everybody's going to point to Picasso, which people don't know, he was actually classically trained as an artist, but he took his style and started dissecting it and turning it into cubism and made his own thing. But yeah, once I was like, but he could draw realistically, but he's not unique, and that's why I was like, maybe my work is shit, but I'm unique.
Right.
It's like you accept that and you're like, but I am unique, and that's okay. So that's okay, damn it.
And it takes a while to realize that,
It does.
Those freaking panels, that's why I didn't like a lot in like art anywhere. It's like you have to exhibit, you have to show your stuff, but that's the thing, the perception of your work, you choose basically.
Yeah.
See it, right? And
right.
It's it's not very objective. So
no, but that's the thing, is like, so people, that's the one thing that people need to get over, is they're scared to show what they've made. And it's like,
that's the point.
Yeah. They're like, well, what will, people are going to like trash it and hate it. And it's like, let them, who cares? And that's what I tell people. They'll write to me and ask, like, how are you able to draw it? How do you do this? And I tell them, I just do. I just look at it and draw, and I play with colors. I said, but they're like, but I'm not good at it. I go, you don't have to be good at it. In fact, I said, just draw. I said, make the worst work you could possibly make it look just so bad. And then you just go from there. You just kind of start playing around with this, experiment. Don't take it so seriously. That's what, there's a lot of people who take themselves just so seriously. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You could just enjoy it. Like, to me, it's an enjoyable experience,
Cave art. I mean, that's what I think of. And it was like, some might enjoy it, some not, but it has so much in it. It's like, I'm more than sure that those who were like the early humans who were doing the cave art, they didn't have that perception probably, straight away. Oh, how is someone else going to see what I'm drawing?
No, I think for them that was more of in a way, they were journaling,
and I think it's the practicality, right?
Yeah, it was like very practical things. Well, that's what I mean. There's this one image. I think it was in the Lascaux caves, or I don't remember what caves it was in. I haven't taught in so long. I do miss it. It was fun. But there was this one. It was like an animal. Is like one of the first cave paintings, one of the oldest, and it's a guy with a bow and arrow, and it pretty much tells a story about, he shot this animal and everything. And at one part, there's like animal feces. They even drew the animal feces next to the animal to show, that it let go of the waste and everything. And I used to tell a funny story with it. And, but that's when you look at that, you're like, I mean, they documented everything.
Yeah.
Even the animal losing control over its bowels, and its guts coming out, like even the intestines were coming out of the figure. And but I think it's cool because if you look at those drawings, it's so simplistic and beautiful. So there's really something special about those cave paintings. I believe they're special.
And then you fast forward to what, 17th century, 18th century, mostly 17th century. Was it like the hunting pictures? Like all of those beautiful deer pictures you see, they all been painted after they died. You know, they've been hunted down and they're like staged. And so you paint them as if they were still alive. And that's kind of what I think is the opposite of the kind of the same thing of the cave paintings, but the opposite. And
that's an interesting correlation. I've never thought of that before. That's it. Are you talking about like the still lifes with the dead animals in it, like a still life kind of image, or?
I see what. It comes from that era, but so I had a deer painting somewhere, but not in this room. Anyhow, so if you Google 17th, 18th century, kind of like those hunting etchings and paintings, and you would see a lot of like deer pictures. And first you think the deer is alive, and they painted it as in like we would go to the zoo and paint a deer or whatever, right?
Sure.
But the reality is a lot of those deers were painted after they passed away.
Okay.
So hunted down on the ground. And so similarly to early photography, how like dead people will be photographed.
Right. Right. Yeah. Which is not creepy at all.
No.
Not at all creepy to do that. Gosh.
But
what was that Nicole Kidman movie where, is it The Others or whatever, where it turns out, they were looking through the photographs with all these people, oh my gosh, we're dead. We've been dead this whole time. It's,
oh God.
I think of that.
Oh, look at that. Wendy's here. Hi.
Hey, Wendy Sue. How's it going?
Well, I needed her here because we're going to be talking about pen shows. So she's going to be one of those
pen shows. Yeah, this is officially, we are deep into pen show season for sure.
And so 22 minutes in, I'm just going to finish my thought.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Because what my point was, I met my art teacher and she's like, do you paint? And I was like, nope. And I'm embarrassed. And she's like, don't you worry. That happens. It's like a season. It comes back to you.
That's true. But it's true because you know what, when I went through school and then I was teaching, I wasn't picking up a brush or anything. That's actually how I got into fountain pens. I started sketching again and I was using India ink and dip pens. It's like, I'm going to, do an ink wash. And I was so frustrated with the process because I had to keep dipping. And I was like, this is so frustrating. And Donna was like, wait a minute, there's like fountain pens. There's pens for this. And that's how I got into pens. It's for sketching purposes. The Others made you scribble, right? Like we finally realized at the end of that movie, like, oh my gosh, they're all dead. They're all dead.
Thank you for that, Wendy.
They're all dead.
So wait, you really responded to my question. So I'm going to have to ask that later. Anyhow, back to watercolors. I have notes.
Wow, you do have notes. That's what I just show up.
Sometimes I make notes. Most of the times I don't. It's just three of us on desk chatter, just talking.
Yeah.
But 3 people. Fun. It's a different thing.
But you ladies are, all 3 of y'all have fun doing it. So that's what matters.
Yeah, I love that. It's so weird. We're so different. 3 of us. We're just.
You really are. That's when y'all started that. I was thinking I couldn't think of the 3 most different ladies to get together and do a show, because I was like, well, that's interesting. That's cool. But that's cool. I mean, I'm down with that. There's nothing wrong with a little experimentation and, trying out, a new dynamic. Why not?
And here we are. We still are here a year later.
That's cool.
So I'm very excited. Anyhow, so pens. Tell me, please, once again. No. I mean, you already told me how you started. And I kind of have a similar story. I was watching
origin story.
I was watching my dad use pens, fountain pens. And then high school art class was where I picked mine up.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it was the same reason that you just said, why our art teacher was like, we're not doing dip pens. We're just buying the cheapo whatever Lamy, I think it was, and just doing that one instead.
Oh,
Because
that's
like
cool.
the line work, like it was like a whole big thing of it that we had
Yeah.
to do, and it was just, it would be taking forever.
I wish my teacher would have introduced us to it that way. I mean, I respect the whole dip pen and ink situation, but gosh, it would have been so much easier to have it just fountain pen to
I
take care
think
of
that
all that.
the secret is she was older and she was like, I'm done with this bullshit.
Oh, that's what it is. She was just like,
She's an older lady. She's like, I hate my children, my grandchildren to talk to me.
oh my
So
gosh.
like, I'm done with all of this. You're not using dip pens.
I like it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I guess, you know what? You got to respect the older ladies because, yeah, it's like once you get to a certain age, you get tired of the bullshit.
No
You really
nonsense
do.
anymore. I need to get there. That's how I feel. I'm like, I'm looking forward to that age. In a
Well,
weird
you know
way.
what? I am there, and it's actually very liberating. I felt last year I hit a slump, a little bit of a slump where I had some growing to do, and I grew and started doing more reading, and like a year later, it's like I feel even more like I was already comfortable in my own skin, but like a year later, it's like I'm even more comfortable in my own skin, where it's like I'm in the season of zero fucks, and yeah, it's actually very nice. It's great because it's like yeah, I'm going to be 50, Wendy Sue. That's a lot of time. In a month and a half,
Awesome.
I'm hitting 50, and it's like my 40s. What are you like? You're
Late
probably.
30s
I was going
still.
to say you're in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
40s were very liberating. 40s, I did a lot of growing and learning. 40s, you really start to kind of put your ducks in a row. Yeah, exactly. IDNGAF. I mean, you really don't. You really don't. And yeah, the 40s, I mean, you really hit your stride in the 40s, but it's like, yeah, now that I'm exiting that decade, it's like, yeah,
Love it.
it's so great. It's so great. It's just like, I don't care.
Well,
Yeah.
on that note, is there anything you could tell me? So I'm going to my first pen show.
Oh, this is your first.
Which is terrifying.
No, okay. You are gonna be so.
I think
overstimulated.
So that's the thing. I feel like people see me and they're like, "Oh, she's for sure not an introvert," which I am. And so that's
that surprises me. Well, but then again, you're sitting in a closet.
It's true, isn't that
and drinking from a cat chalice. So, but yeah, when you said you were introverted, I was like, really, I would not have guessed you were more introverted.
So I've done performing arts, and so when you do that stuff, it kind of trains you. And I also am interested in academia, and I'm interested in teaching, and it's just something like you got to train yourself to be able to live through that.
Yeah.
And just kind of perform as a normal human being.
what is normal? I don't know. It does not exist.
Yeah,
it does not exist.
So no, but I'm just saying that I'm fine with like a handful of people, like pen shows, but not pen shows, sorry, pen clubs. But pen shows is like, it's a lot. San Francisco is a lot.
I was going to say, you chose a pen show, like one of the biggest in the world. I mean, I think it is just as big as DC. DC is big. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's really big. It's overwhelming. But I haven't done San Francisco yet, and I'm hoping next year maybe I can do that. I would love to do that. How far are you from San Francisco?
I'm in Berkeley.
So, okay. Yeah. So, okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad. I'm staying overnight there, so for a couple of days. So, I can go in there at like 8 a.m. or whatever, the time is. So I'm taking care of myself in that way so I can just look around without
Sure.
too many people, hopefully. And then I'm going to have my bar time with my pen friends.
Of course. Do some social drinking.
So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's my plan.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I hear that the San Francisco show has more of the, the Asian sellers, like more Japanese stuff, which that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, we're really close, so it's probably easier for them to come here than
to fly clear across the country all the way to DC. I couldn't imagine what kind of trip that is. It must be miserable. Just ugh. But Wendy Sue is correct. Take a notebook.
Notebook I'm taking.
Take a note with the paper that you like. Not just any paper, but the paper that you use the most. I would, if you want to test stuff, inks and pens and nibs and all that, I would take a notebook of paper that you use a lot. Like I would take a stack of Cosmo Air paper with me to go test stuff, which is usually what I do. I have a Cosmo Air notebook that, because that's what I write in the most. So I would definitely do that.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be, oh God, it's going to be hard. So I'm like, I don't know. Do I have a grail? I probably have a grail. I'm sure I'm going to have a grail after this one.
Well, you mean you don't have a grail right now?
There are interests.
Okay.
Near grails. Is there like an actual grail? I'm thinking, I don't know. I have several Mont Blancs that are older that I'm interested in. Yeah. And that's something I'm looking forward to just see in person. Do I imagine them? Right? Like, is it as good? And so those are my contestants for my grail.
Sure. Yeah. That's an expensive grail for sure.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. And I feel like that's the trap that people go in, right?
Well, I got to tell you, the table you should hit for sure, if you want to see beautiful pens, is the Tasha table. Like just all of them together. I mean, it's just so cool to see all of these beautiful pens in one place. Just beautiful. There are new Mont Blancs coming in October. You're gonna try to, what do you mean new Mont Blancs? Like they're releasing some new pens that you're interested in? Is that
I think he knows more than I do. Cause
William, can I call you Bill? Do you go by Bill?
Let us know.
It just feels so formal calling you William. That's why I was like, so. Burgundy. Yeah, burgundy's a great color.
The resin. Yeah, you know what? I actually have it. That's the one I'm taking with me to the pen show because I need it.
I have a really fancy burgundy Quebeco here.
Ooh.
It's not quite a Mont Blanc, but hey. It's just as fun.
It's the same color.
It actually is. I got it to match the Love and Trip notebook. It's why not?
Mine is, I don't remember. 18 karat, super fine. I mean, it's so fine. I don't find it to be pleasant fine.
Oh, really? I wonder if you could get a fine nib ground into something more enjoyable.
That or make a Waverly.
Okay, yeah. Or, I mean, yeah. I think Kirk will be around if you're going to. Actually, they'll probably have all kinds of nib meisters around.
Yeah. No, Kirk. I'm thinking Annabelle. That's
Annabelle. Is she going to be there?
Appointment.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's great. That's great.
Oh.
147. So 147. I know the one
Traveler.
Okay, what's the size differences between the 140? Yeah, 146 and 147.
There is none. 147, 146 is exactly the same pen.
Is it really?
I actually have it somewhere. I have to go get it though. so I don't want to leave it
Okay.
alone.
So the 147 is a piston filler, and 46 is a cartridge converter, I guess. I didn't know that. I'm not a Mont Blanc expert at all.
They've discontinued 147. I think there have been a bit of a did not really like that it's hard to clean, I think, and it might have leaked for some.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a weird
that's
one.
Bill just wrote the same thing. Hope you don't mind me calling you Bill. Just feels more like we know each other better that way. You know, we could be best friends someday, Bill.
One day.
For one day. For one day, you and I, we can be buddies.
Aww.
Share pens.
Yeah, so 147 was a cool concept.
That is a cool concept, especially if the 149 is too chunky. You like a slimmer fit. People call me Billy. Person. Okay, Billy, you got it. Oh. Billy.
We're all friends here.
We're all buddies here, Billy. Every time whenever I hear the name Billy, I think of this is going to really date me. There's a movie called The Cable Guy. And Jim Carrey's in it, and Jim Carrey visits Matthew Broderick in prison, and he lifts his shirt up and puts it up to the glass and goes, "Oh, Billy." Yeah.
And this is why we like you.
No, I'm not strange or anything. You know, it's just quirky.
Just like a normal strange. That's fine.
Just a quirky.
You like most of my friends. That's fine.
Well, see, that's part of the age thing of not giving a fuck. It's you kind of just whatever. You know, it's I'm telling you, it's fabulous. The sooner you do it, the better you'll feel. I promise. I wish I would have been more this way in my 20s and 30s.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you'll be there. Don't you worry.
Okay, back to the pen shows.
Let's not talk about age because it's just going to make me and Wendy Sue depressed. So. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm just happy to be alive. Just happy to be alive.
So tell us, what was your first pen show?
Dallas. Dallas pen show. Yeah, that's my home state. Well, it happened to work out. I don't know if you like classical music.
I do.
Okay. Well, my classical musician crush happened to be performing in Dallas that weekend. It was the weekend of my birthday. And so we went to see Joshua Bell, the violinist.
Ooh, he has to be a violinist too. Okay.
He's performed live. And the Dallas Pen Show was happening that same weekend. So yeah, I went to go to the Dallas Pen Show, and then I went and saw Joshua Bell that night. And I even he was performing, and some of the horsehair from his bow came loose, and he took it, he ripped it off, and he threw it on the stage. As soon as that performance was over, I ran my ass to that stage. I have that horsehair. That's how much I love him. I still have it.
I love that.
He's a beautiful man.
With his horsehair. Yeah.
Yeah. I get all hot and bothered thinking about him. Woo.
All right. So those same 8 people are still with us.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
We've talked about pens a little bit, but not that much.
I mean, you know, it just that's the kind of the thing. It's just you can kind of jump around and
I found a pen.
Which pen is this? That looks like that clip looks familiar.
Atelier Lusso. So this was my handmade Grail pen. So I have Grail pens that are not handmade and handmade, and this was for a very long time. It was
So what is the barrel material on it? It kind of looks like marble from
abalone.
Oh, wow.
That's what he calls it. Is it real? I don't think so, but
probably
it looks like it is.
But it looks close enough. It's beautiful.
No, it's a resin. I'm more than sure.
It's really pretty.
It is. I love this thing.
Is it a piston or a cartridge converter?
It's cartridge. It's pretty heavy. It's beautiful. I'm gonna see him because he's gonna be at the show. He doesn't do a lot of shows. Yeah,
Okay.
good old stuff, but
I
it's
think I follow him.
He's great.
Yeah,
His
I
stuff is
don't have
worth
any,
it.
but it's really, yeah, I follow him. I don't have one of his pens yet, but it is definitely beautiful for plain and fancy ladies. Oh,
How old is the stationery?
no kidding.
60s? 60s probably, I would imagine.
Must have been a lot of plain ladies back then.
Poor ladies. Not a lot of ladies.
Plain and fancy. No, I'm not going to the San Francisco show. I really would love to. Maybe next year. You know, August is such a busy month for all. Actually, there's something going on in Houston this weekend.
Ooh.
It's like what is it? It's not Little Craft Fest. That was in April. This is a new show. This is a new thing happening. It's a stationary show with damn it, I'm having a brain fart.
Is it
It's Cute Things
Thor?
from Japan
Mm-hmm.
and Superior Labor are teaming up.
Ooh.
And they're having an event here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm just going to Sunday. I'm just going to the marketplace. No workshops for me, not this time. But yeah, it's gonna. Oh, and Cute Things from Eric. Wait, Eric Small Things.
Oh, I've seen the Instagram post. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
good.
a whole thing that's happening here. So yeah, I'm gonna go check it out on Sunday. You know, and yeah, it's like, you know, Houston didn't really have anything going on here for so long. And it's like this year you have Little Craft Fest in April, which was huge stationery show. And then this Eric Small Things thing, which is, you know, so I don't have to get on a plane or stay at a hotel or anything. It's really awesome.
And that's what
really
I'm
great.
doing this show too. I'm paying for hotel, which some people like. Are you like? Is that okay? Like,
Yeah, but if you're going to have a couple of drinks, you're not going to want to
Right.
like try to head back home or anything. You're going to want to hit the, you know, have fun and stay out late and do all that. You know, especially, you know, that's the one thing that you'll find is so the pen shows after the show, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's people you know, it's not, it's people hanging out and having a few drinks together and talking about pens, talking about whatever. Is Claire Coco going to be at San Fran?
I expect her to be there. Honestly.
Okay.
I mean, she's there.
So if she shows up, apparently, and this is the first time I saw it because I haven't been doing a whole lot of pen shows over the last year. But she's been going to a lot more over the last year. So that's what she's hitting them more. I've hit them less. But apparently she brings wigs. So after people have a few drinks, they start putting these wigs on and walking around. And yeah, it's the first time I ever saw this. I, by the way, did not put a wig on my head. Ew. But good for them.
I mean, yeah, no.
I'm not going to F up my do.
Yeah, they're questions. I have questions.
I have questions. Well, I mean, it takes a few drinks for them to loosen up and get those things on, but it is pretty damn funny to see them walk around with these wigs on. I think it's I think she introduced the wig situation, and I think it's fantastic. You know, if they're looking to bring a little fun to after the pen show, it definitely is a way. I personally think there needs to be pen show karaoke.
Ooh.
I think that could be fun. So if that could be a thing, I would really like that to be a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm happy I'm not, driving, commuting. I'm going to keep it that way.
Yeah. You will be happy that you'll have a room to go up to instead of having to commute back to your house because you won't feel like it.
Yeah.
You will not be up to that.
And I feel like the weird thing is I was also considering Portland, which is a much smaller show from what I know. Which is, it's fine. But the difference in price of San Francisco, believe it or not, is cheaper as far as room rates go, weirdly enough.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Portland was more expensive. And
that's weird.
It's maybe because it's the first time they're having that new venue there, but I mean, if we're talking money, I feel like that's weirdly also kind of my backyard, cheaper reservations.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
hopefully next
good.
year I'll see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I'm gonna, that's what I've done the DC show. I've gone to it since 2021. I think was the first time I went, and I didn't go last year, but I've been to like 3 or 4 of them. I mean, it's cool, and every year it gets bigger, and it was almost too big this time. It was really big. But San Francisco, I've never been to San Francisco, so
Ooh.
yeah, I'd really like to go check that out and go to the show there. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to plan to do that next year. Skip
Nice.
DC and then go to San Fran. Instead.
Yes, come here.
I'll come stay with Marina,
and then we're gonna have the karaoke.
That's right. I'll bring the karaoke. I'll just go buy a karaoke machine and just start carrying it to pen shows, and we'll just bust out in music, and
I'm gonna make more space for you here
in the cubby. I can sleep in the cubby hole.
There you go. I'm gonna meet my crazy dog. She's not here because our life would be 10 minutes long or short because she's crazy.
That's okay.
Let's be honest.
I understand.
She can take on your dogs.
I don't know. We've got an 8-pound Chihuahua. She thinks she's at least 20 pounds, and she's a crazy bitch. She's really crazy, and she is the boss around here.
I love that.
Yeah, it's something else. I tell you, it's yeah. But mm-hmm.
Back to the pens. I think I know what I'm gonna do, but the question is,
well, bring cash.
There's
some sellers that prefer cash,
mm-hmm.
and some sellers who more. It seems like more and more of them now have like the Square that you can, or they use PayPal,
mm-hmm.
and which wasn't always the thing. They used to pretty strictly prefer cash, but now it's like kind of it's getting more balanced. Things are more digital. But yeah, I'd say bring some cash, maybe $100. Can you get anything for $100? I don't know.
I don't know.
Some ink, paper.
Well, the question is, nib grinders. Do they take cash only? I would imagine, right?
Kirk takes. He can use PayPal and stuff like that. Like he has a way of pay. You could pay with a card. So it's like I said. It seems like many of them are using. They could take a card now, but I would recommend bringing a little bit of cash just in case. There might be something you want, and they're like, I'm sorry, I don't have anything to take your card. I don't have a PayPal account.
Fair enough. That's a good tip. No, because like a lot of people are telling me that's how they go about not being tempted. They just bring all the cash, and once they're out, they're out.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work for me.
Oh, I mean,
stop me.
I'd bring a little bit of cash, but then like so you don't go nuts and don't like come home with a pen hangover. Just set like your limit. Like I'm not going to spend more than this, and that's that.
The psychological limit. Yeah, that's
that's what I always go at every show. I'll go, because I don't really go for anything specific anymore, and it's just like, all right, I'm gonna this is the amount I'm gonna spend, and once that's gone, it's gone. That way I won't feel like, when I get home, like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Then I'm like, I made a rule for myself. I need to follow that rule. And, once I'm out, I'm out. So yeah. That way you don't, like I said, you'll have like that hangover of, oh my God, what did I do? What did I buy?
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Yeah, no. I'm thinking about it. Like, I've been collecting for a couple of years. I think probably less than you have. How long have you collected for?
Since around 2016.
Yeah.
But the collection goes through phases. Like lately I've been going through my pens and I'm just like, I don't even use this anymore.
Hmm.
So I'm just like, well, I'll take my chance. And I really don't like selling things on my Instagram, but I put stuff up for sale because it's like, I just, it's that, or I drive them over to Dromgoals and they'll buy them. But I'm just like, well, I'll put it here. If somebody buys them, they buy them, I'll ship it. If not, then I'll make a trip to Dromgoals and sell it to Michael over at Dromgoals, make some cash and get rid of stuff that's not being used. So, but yeah, it goes through phases.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it. It's just like, that's the one thing I need to avoid, the hangover. But also realistically, I'm in an apartment. I don't have that much space.
Yeah.
So
well,
that's what
yeah.
keeps me at bay. I'm like, I can't accumulate this much.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah, I really, oh, hi.
Hello.
You haven't missed much.
No, Carol is wonderful. I'm going to see her at San Francisco. So I'm actually looking forward to meeting. We've done a couple of things together. And I'm looking forward to pens, sure, but people, I feel like the most.
And that's what I end up going, because it's like I'm not going there for anything specific. Like this DC, I spent the most money. It was on food, having dinner. Or but I didn't really buy anything. It's like I go and I swear I spent most of the show walking around saying hi to my friends, and that was it. And a very small fraction actually looking at stuff. But yeah, I was just like, it's people that I only see once a year, so it's like, oh, I gotta say hi to such and such, or that, or I would say hi to people, and I got I would get stopped, and I know who you are. I'm like. Really?
Oh, man.
They're like, you changed my life. I'm like, I know. You're welcome.
Oh, my God. Someone that did that to me, not really in you changed my life type of terms, but my local pen club, they're like, I was walking into the door and I'm late, and they're like, oh my God, I watch you. And I was like, really? Do you know how many followers I have? I know. I was so confused.
I'm the same way. I'm like, they're like, yeah, I watch your videos. I'm like, seriously? You're watching those, huh? I don't know if I should apologize or say thank you.
No. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's like, how do they
talk about it?
How do they make you feel? I mean, do you feel like you're mentally compromised now, or what's up? So it's
I'm sure Carol and I might have an impromptu live from
San that would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
You should, you could interview, if there's some, retailer or seller that's going to be there that you really appreciate, just go interview them real quick for fun. I've waited my whole life for this moment to meet you in person.
I'm going to do some weird stuff.
And I love you.
I'm going to do some weird stuff. So I'm going to get a prop thing like you do.
Yeah.
And then I'll put a mic up on top of there. And I'll have some weird stuff. Not even this. I don't know. What can I do? Some shit. I want
to. Well, let me see if I can
do something weird.
If you can find something like this, let me see if I can get it. It's in my junk drawer. So I almost brought this with me to DC, and then I was like, I just don't have the space in my suitcase to be packing extra stuff. But if you can get a microphone like this,
Ooh.
It look good on camera, and just interview people.
Kind of looks like a karaoke mic. I love that.
Well, it is. It is a karaoke mic. That's the thing. Is sometimes. So here's a little fun fact about me that many people don't know, except for my children. Sometimes, because I work from home, and sometimes I just stop working for a moment and I put on music and I sing to it with my karaoke mic. And then the song's over, I put the karaoke mic away, and then I go back to work. So,
all right. So, Carola, if you have
get one of these
karaoke mic,
Yeah, get one. I don't know where. I actually stole this from my daughter. They probably have them on Amazon, but she didn't want it anymore. And I was like, I'll take that. I could use it.
I can just go around. I can clip. So this is one of my palettes. I can
Oh,
clip.
that's cool.
I can clip like a thing on top, like the one of the mics, and then go
and
around.
Just hold it up.
Hi.
Go and you can have like just put the mic, put it up to their face and go. So, what do you think of this palette?
And they're gonna be like, "What palette?"
Like, I don't see a palette. All I see is this mic up in my nose. But yeah, I would just be like, "What do you think about my palette? I made it," and they'll be like, "Oh, wow."
And they're like, "Should I compliment or run for the hills?"
Yeah, I'm like, that's nice. I'm really happy for you. Like, yeah, just make it really awkward for everyone.
I could do that.
I mean, it's kind of fun to do that kind of thing. Put this mic over here before it falls. I break it. Chris Shoba, ask everyone why there is no karaoke event. I'm serious. You heard it here first, everybody, all two of you. There should be after Pen Show karaoke. Pen Show karaoke should be a thing. I think it would be fun.
People are getting drunk. People have nothing to say.
Yeah, it's like, let's bust out into song.
Yeah.
And have a great time. And I mean, you could really start hearing how your peers sing, and they could be really bad, and it could be very enjoyable to watch.
And then record.
And hit record. And you've got a YouTube. Just saying.
So Alexandra started doing the After Dark interviews.
Oh yeah, I saw yeah.
So
I saw she started doing that.
We're getting there.
I mean, it's got to be a thing. Yeah, like after it could be a lot of fun. For sure.
All right, you guys. If any more comments about the pen shows that are coming up, please let us know.
Yeah. So you're just gonna do San Francisco? Are you gonna hit any more or try another one this year?
So it's not a pen show. I'm doing the Pelican Hub. That's gonna be the first one for me as well.
Oh, okay. I have not done the Pelican Hub yet. I just don't want to drive across town in traffic to do it. So I'm a lazy thing. I'm like, nope.
No idea where it's gonna be. I mean, that's the weird thing, because they kind of gather enough people, and then they're like, okay.
Well, I mean, you'll get the ink of the year out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably some sort of like the Pelican magazine that they do I think it's called Passion. So you have wow, that's cool. Opera degree, huh? Yeah, I used to pretend that I could sing opera. No degree in it.
Oh, I bet it is interesting with you. I think a lot of things are interesting with Wendy.
Hey, just keep it interesting. Keep it weird.
I like that. I'm kind of bummed I'm not gonna meet a couple of people like Wendy and yourself, but hopefully next year.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the part of budgeting too. I absolutely love seeing, people go to almost every show, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I could,
I don't know how
selling something.
Well, I don't know how people can do it. I have to work to make money. I can't just go to pen show every weekend. You got to pay for airfare and hotel and all that. I mean, that's expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're able to go to all these shows unless, I mean, they are independent. Teaching something or independently wealthy or they've got a sweet gig working with a brand that pays for them to travel. I mean, but yeah, otherwise, I mean, if you're independent like myself, I don't work for nobody.
There you go.
I don't work for the man.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got to finance myself. Mm-hmm. Because I won't be compromised.
I know, and your opinions are your own, and that's what I like it.
That's pretty much, yeah. I cannot do that. I can't have somebody tell me what to post or what to do videos of. was signed up for a couple things like that, and it's just not for me. I just can't do it.
Ooh. So I almost used your code for a top drawer.
Almost.
Almost.
I was so close. So close.
I have to go
and then I was like, forget it. You know, honestly, I don't even know. I mean, they gave me a code to give out, but I don't even know if I get anything out of it, to be honest. I don't care. I mean, I think it's, I'm just trying to spread the love so people can get 20% off. That's what I care about.
You know, I think they're trying, but I think they're a little behind compared to Atlas and, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're just starting out. And I appreciate that. You know, people are starting, you know, they're trying to get into that game. And I've watched Atlas come along since the very beginning when Brandon first took over that, you know, and he's come a long way with it. So it's weird. I kind of came into this whole thing like at the change of everything, like where the hobby went from really old men into a different, more feminine clientele.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, well, you know, that's my whole life. I went, you know, analog to digital. It's kind of like the same thing. It's really strange. So I'm a transitional type of person, not a tranny, just transitional in time. I'm female.
That reminds me of, I had to do a thing, and it was a public speaking event.
Yeah.
So we were asked, it was like theater or public speaking.
I was going to say, how was that for you being introverted? Is that tough?
I mean, that's why I took those weird classes in college and whatnot. So I could get in there. But I also, my English, I started learning English pretty late in life. So I really had to push myself. I was like 16. So I really had to kind of push myself. And so I took this class with this guy. He's British. He is an actor, and he also was teaching public speaking. And I remember taking this class with him, and he's like, for the last thing we're doing, your monologue has to be some sort of origin story, and you have to come from like a very kind of odd angle, like. And I really confused him because I started talking about like coming out of the closet, but not really in the sense of that closet, but a physical closet. And he was just like so confused because I didn't like in my mind, I'm like, I'm talking Narnia.
Yeah, well, in his mind, he's like, probably like,
what is going on? So that's what I thought.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But yeah, Narnia, of course. I mean, you're sitting in a cubbyhole. Of course, you're thinking of Narnia. You're not thinking of anything else.
So my whole life is a Narnia. How it all comes together for you.
I just remember the first time I realized it. I think it was Lori and I were on the desk chatter. I didn't realize you were like in a closet.
Welcome.
That's what I was like. That's what, because I was like, where are you? And you explained it. And I was like,
well, what people do not realize is how cool this wallpaper is.
It's very cool. It's different.
And it has a palette somewhere. I don't know if I can. And that's why I have it. And it's like, the whole story is I had one whole roll of the super high-end Schumacher wallpaper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what can I do with it? Because I can't get it. Like, it's discontinued 20 years ago.
Right.
It's like, what can I do with it? And this is why we're here.
Hey, I mean, I'm glad you found a spot for it, though. You know, even if it was a very small amount, you managed to make a little like room for yourself in there.
This is where I take calls and I talk to people and business people and non-business people, and they're all confused. They're like, "Where are you?"
So I am in Narnia. Where are you?
Oh goodness. And I'm like, how are people still watching us? Hello and
Are
welcome.
you
At some point
serious?
we had people.
I mean, how many are there now? Like 3?
No, they're like 11. We had
No
12 at some
kidding.
point. Yep.
That's hilarious. What are y'all doing here?
We do get some audience.
That's why I'm just like,
And when I
private.
was talking to you, I was like, she's gonna say no. She's gonna go on. She's gonna she has like 220 followers. I don't know about that.
No, I think I was just like, yeah, you said, hey, you want to come? I'm like, I don't have anything going on. Yeah, why not? Let's chat. Let's have a chat. But yeah.
I needed to show you something.
Well, that's an interesting angle right there. I just thought, what on earth is going on there?
I'm making stuff. I'm almost done. I'm almost ready to release my newest palette. So it's like the same thing, but it's 8 colors, but it's in different pans.
That is cool. So you make the pans yourself, right?
I make the pans, and they're sticking because I also, they're porcelain, and I put a magnet under there.
So how do you make a porcelain pan? Like, is that just like do you have a kiln, or I mean, what are you?
I have a studio. I work at a studio, so I pay a membership fee, and I've been a member for years. And my studio just moved, so it's a nice, shiny new location, which is nice. But it's also going to take them 5 years to actually start up the kiln. So what I did, I just made a lot of pans. So I'm set for the next 2 months.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
And fired them all, and But it's just something I started tinkering with because when I started making my watercolors, there was this weird trend when people are like, oh, we're into sustainability, and let's do 3D printed pans. And then
that's what I have, some of those
which is fine.
Which is cool. It's in the Altoids, but it's Altoids tins.
From my perspective, if I mess up and I need to start over, it has the ridges. It's really hard to wash it out of the paint, so I have to dispose of it. And the problem with that, disposing it, not a lot of places will be able to recycle it. So
okay,
that's another thing. And I was like, listen, I've done ceramics, I'm coming back to it, and this is where we are.
I think it's cool. I like the idea of ceramics. In fact, Lisa, she comes over to Juicy Broads to visit. She lives in Austin, but she's like, hey, there's something on Amazon I want to order and send over to you. Like, sure, okay, why not? I trust her. She's not weird or anything. I've hung out with her. I've been to Austin, hung out with her a few times. She's a very, very nice person. So she sent over this little palette. And on the inside, there's this porcelain palette in there, and it's removable.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't that cool? I didn't even know it existed, but it comes out. And I mean, you could put it on your desk, I guess. You fill it with, so I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet. I haven't quite decided, but I think it's very cool. I've never had a porcelain palette before.
I'm going to be back.
Oh.
I'll be back. I wanted to show you something.
I'll be back.
Sorry about this, but I need
you do. I'm going to touch up my lips, so hold on.
All right.
Yeah. Oh. Today it's hot pink. Today we are wearing Prada. What is this? Monochrome Hyper Matte lipstick.
Ooh.
It's actually one of the best matte lipsticks on the market, I think.
Yours has.
What's up, Yost? Are you still on vacay? You still on vacation? How's life? How's the wife? How are the kids? Yost is like my little brother. Aww. I just like to pick on him. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's late
I'm
for him.
I'm looking forward to meeting him, but I'm glad we did it this time because I have a lot of my European friends, and I'm like, this is good for them. This is
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, if Yost is still on vacation where he was on vacation at, then he is. Yeah, I was gonna say he's in the same time zone right now, Central. I think you're Central or Eastern, but yeah, he's St. Martin.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, I think he is actually in our time right now. So he is not going to fall asleep.
That's good.
He's probably like getting all toasty and tan. Do you tan, Yost? Because I don't. So everybody knows Yost.
Say hi to Yost.
Say hi to Yost, all two of y'all. I'm not in my pajamas not this time.
For once. He's like, he doesn't even know who I am, but he's like, she's weird. Yes.
What? Well, if he doesn't know who you are, Yost knows who you are now. So Yost knows who you are, and if Caitlin's dad didn't know who you are, he'll know who you are. I was gonna say he'll know who you are now.
There have been memes.
I was gonna say you will see a meme of yourself pop up every now and then, and you see the lips right here. This is so weird.
Oh yeah,
right here.
Mm-hmm.
He made those.
Really?
He showed up to DC, and yeah, Caitlin has a great dad. She really does. And he made these lips that has a pen hang out to look like a cigarette, and he posted it on his Instagram, and he brought the prop to the show to give to me in DC. It was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's really cool. I was really, it's just really nice. It was nice to meet him in person after all these years.
Yeah. I think I saw a picture. Did you have? No, it was Claire Coco who had the picture of him and his daughter.
Yes, yeah, because he asked me, he's like, "Is Claire?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "She is just on the other side of this wall over here." So he went over there to say hi to her, and I just thought it was very sweet, very nice. So yeah, I got to meet him and his daughter, and he got to meet Yost, and because he's been memeing us for years.
For a very long time. I went all the way back, and I was like, oh my God, Penboy Roy is like the one constant. And then it's you.
Well, and that's what I have. Oh, go have dinner. Enjoy your super vacation. I'll probably just have a lean cuisine or something that goes in the microwave. Tell Jess and the kids I said hello.
All right.
Yeah,
that was short but sweet.
Yes, it's nice of him to pop in and say hello. It's a nice fella, such a young, nice lad, that Yost. But yeah, Caitlin's super dad, the first time he saw me or heard of me was on Roy's podcast back in, I think it was like 2020, long back, and that's when the memes began.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it's been about 5 years now. I think it's sweet. It's really, really funny. Oh yeah, Dutch Pen Show is a good show. I've done it twice, and it's also a show that's growing.
Yeah, it's 2 days now, I think.
Yeah, now 2 days, and I think the first time I went, it was only in one room for one day, and then the next time I went was in 2 rooms, and then this year, which I missed, it was in 2 rooms, and it lasted 2 days. So next year, it'll probably be like 3 rooms.
3 days.
3 days, and Yost will just be exhausted, and yeah. So, but yeah, Dutch Pen Show is definitely a pen show you must go to if you can. That is a really nice show, and the Netherlands is fun.
You know which one? Wait, there's one in Madrid. That's
I haven't been. I would love to do the Madrid show. That would be really cool. I'm going to go to the London Pen Show in October for the first time. That's going to be my first show there.
And that's 1 day too, I think, right?
It might be one or 2 days. I'm not for sure. But I'll be there long enough because their museums are free in London. So I'm going to hit all the museums. Yeah.
All but one, but that one is worth it. The Churchill's Bunker, whatever museum.
Okay.
Very good, because they have his art. He was a good artist.
Really? Churchill?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. The entry fee few years ago was 14 pounds, but it was worth it.
I mean, that's fine. That might be worth a look. But yeah, there's so many museums I want to go to. Hello, Letter Perfect.
Hello, Ben.
Is that Ben?
It's Ben.
Can I call you Benny?
You're pushing your luck here, huh?
It's like, can I call you this? Penn, I heard that Penultimate Dave won't be at the show this October. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to send him a message because I would really like to meet him. And I hear he is somewhat introverted. So
I think a lot of us in this hobby possibly are. Not everyone, obviously.
Don't call me Benny. Okay, I won't. I won't. It was just for fun. But I would really like to meet him. I enjoy his content a lot. He seems like a really nice guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just seems really nice. And this dad. Wow, I feel for him. I just lost my dad in May, so it's weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We just lost our grandmother. So my husband's grandmother, she was a matriarch of the family, and she was an actress. And she was somewhat intense, but like in the good sense. You need to keep that family. Is that your daughter?
Looks like it's package being dropped off. So there's a package being dropped off. Amazon, the mailman, FedEx, UPS, or anyone trying to sell anything. The dogs lose it. Yeah. You can call me anything you'd like, just not late for dinner.
All right. Unexpected.
Okay. Will the mailman live? Yeah. Yep. He
not lived. According to your little dog.
No. Little Rhonda.
She thinks she's huge, though.
You think she's like my daughter texted me. She's a whopping like 8 pounds. Let's see, what does she want? Would y'all like to meet her? My daughter, she always makes an appearance. Here, I just put sure. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I just
What's in the package?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have anything arriving today that I know of.
I have Paper Republic arriving.
Oh, do you? I haven't tried that yet. Is this your first time to try it, or what?
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be my first one. But This is why I almost used your code, because Top Drawer carries their stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm actually thinking of using my code to get some of that too. Because I hear good things. Lori seems to rave about it, so I was like, I should give that a try and check that out. So, yeah,
they seem like good ones. I'm kind of like pausing my European packages for a little bit just to see the tariff stuff.
I was gonna say I'm starting to see posts where people are like, okay, if you're gonna order, do it by this date. So I guess if you have any orders over in Europe, to get them in now before the tariff hits. I mean, it's just
Oh shoot, we didn't ask Yost about it.
Oh yeah. Well, I wonder if I wonder if you. So, is there a tariff if you ship it DHL, or is that like?
I think the whole problem is that there is uncertainty how things are being calculated, and it's just slightly a mess at this point. So I think people are waiting it out just to see how it pans out.
Yeah, I should send Yost a message and ask, do I need to get my order in now?
He's very good though. He's like shipping within 3 days I would have something.
He's fast. That's what I'm like, do I need to like put an order in now and try to beat that, like, to keep me going for the rest of the year? What do we need to do about that? Yost, I know you're not here. You're having, you have to pay DHL, FedEx.
Yeah, and so the uncertainty is it 10%? Because they can choose 10% or $80.
That is such bullshit.
And that is such a big difference. So
$80. I mean, it's like, that's a lot of money. That $80 can,
Yeah.
well.
It's unclear how they're going to charge, and that's kind of
Yeah, Billy's still here. I see you. He says, "Hey."
Hello. Well, I think he's talking to Ben, but
Oh, I was like,
never mind.
oh, okay, because I thought he was like, "Hey." It's like, yeah, yep. You're still one of the 2 people on here.
I was like, why was I away? Oh, I was there so I can show you a thing. Wait. So this is what I made for
yes.
people.
Yeah, you ran off somewhere to go get something. So it's like
so this is super old. This is like 1920s old chocolate tin.
ooh,
And then
that's
you can
cool.
squeeze in your own 2 paints.
How cool.
And just reuse this. And this is technically a mixing whatever surface.
Yeah. Oh,
it has
nice.
a little lady on there.
Little lady.
Little lady. So that's another thing I do. I'm just like, you know what? People think I make watercolors, which I do, but I feel like I really make more of like porcelain items for students. Yeah. It just ended up being that because I was like, I want to make this, and then making paint takes a long while. Like people don't realize how long it takes.
Well, that's what. So okay, so you are making paint. So what? I mean, so. Oh. What exactly are you like? How do you make paint? I've never made paint in my life.
It really depends.
I don't understand
what kind of paint. And I mean, my formula, my binder formula, is my own. So I came up with that. Not in the sense that I invented something new, but in the sense that being in art school, when they introduce you to a different medium, you know what goes into it, or at least that's how they taught me, right? That's the basics. All right, kids, these couple next months, we're doing oil painting, right? Oh my God, that one was something. Or acrylics or like whatever. And with watercolor, which I did not like at first, because it's just, I feel like there is some sense of maturity to being able working with watercolors.
Really?
For me, at least, because I was like, I tried it and I was like, I'm gonna do gouache.
Well, I love gouache. I learned painting using gouache at school.
Me too.
I love gouache. I think gouache is. I love that you can, it's opaque, but I love that you can go back in and reanimate it with water and fix something. That doesn't bother me. But the watercolor, I think it's like people always talk about how difficult it is to use. But
it can be.
I don't find it very difficult. I just paint. I don't really think about it. So I don't know what is so hard about using it.
I think it's buildability, and it's also understanding what goes into your palette, because their colors and pigments, they're a little bit more buildable and transparent, but it has to be a good ratio. You can't just have all of them be like 10 colors, all of them are not opaque at all, and like you have to like really work in making them show up, right? So I think this is just like being smart about what you have and what are you, and that's my question to you. Do you like mixing things on your own, or would you prefer having pre-mixed stuff, so you don't have to?
Well, I mean, I like pre-mixed, of course, it makes life a lot easier, but when I'm carrying around like a palette, I always have like a small palette in my purse. I didn't bring up what I have right now, but I'm trying to see what I have up here. Here, I'll like, for instance, this one, you're just going to die when you see this because it's so cute.
Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah. So, something like this, I would, if I need a certain color, like a darker, whatever, I would mix it on my own, I have no problem mixing the color, but of course, if I can get something that's already pre-done, then, I don't mind that at all. So, but I do like to experiment with it, of course. I think it's fun. It's fun to paint.
And I think that's the fun with the watercolors. There's granulation, and it's a lot of fun when you really get into it. But I feel like in the beginning, it might seem a little complicated because it just works differently. And that's the beautiful part about mediums, and all of the mediums, they're so different.
Like, yeah, I can never get into oils. I've tried oils, but oils just I don't get excited about them.
Yeah, the fumes are not great for your health, but
No, not
it's
really.
not that bad anymore. Yeah, they used to be really bad.
I mean, acrylic, I don't like acrylic. I've never really been into acrylic either, and I've used it, and I like that it dries fast, but I also hate that it dries fast, you know?
Too plasticky for me.
It's
Yeah.
too plasticky. Yeah, it's like it's the most unorganic feeling ever, you know? Like I could see it like used for maybe commercial art, like making a big sign or something and having to paint that, but yeah, it just I don't gravitate towards it at all. Watercolor is my preferred medium. That's just I love it. It's portable. You can, paint big giant pieces with it. You can paint teeny tiny little whatever, and it's just as fun.
And
I
it goes well with the fountain pens. So.
Oh yeah, it works perfectly with fountain pens, and all you need is just a little bit of water, and that's it. So that's what I love, carrying around a little water brush and a little palette, and I keep like these little tins. Like this is one of the bigger ones that I use on my desk. It's like an old cigar tin with cheap watercolor paper in it that I cut up.
Nice.
But I have a teeny tiny one that's like maybe a quarter the size that I keep, and I make these teeny tiny little paintings on them. And because if I see, I'll be sitting somewhere, and if I see like with my eye composition that I think looks pretty cool and I can recreate it, I just kind of do a quick little 5 to 10 minute painting and put it away. And, like if you're out to eat and we're waiting for the bill to come, I'll just do a quick thing there. It drives my family crazy because they think I'm weird doing it.
Oh, I do that too. My husband loves me for that.
Really? My family they just think I'm they don't get me.
It's the dogs. I was about to ask you, you're a paper snob, because I was talking to Alexandra, and I'm like, we're talking paper, and we're really getting into watercolor paper. And I'm like, you do realize we're watercolor paper snobs.
I'm not a watercolor paper snob at all. I mean, that's what my, watercolor paper, I have some nice paper that I save for if I'm going to paint something really nice, like it's a final project for something. But for the most part, I get paper from Five Below. It's $5 notebook, and use that to paint on. And that's what I have cut up in those things. I don't really make anything I really don't believe in spending a whole lot of money on the paper. And I know that there's certain papers that you get better results. I mean, I love a nice hot pressed paper. I don't really like cold press. I don't like the texture. But I do like a nice
hot press too. Yeah.
I really prefer that. So
a lot of people who like the granulating colors, that's what they go for. They go for rough, and
yeah, I've never liked that. And so I don't paint using a cold press at all, because I don't like the texture. I don't do any tricks with my paints, like put salt in it for effect or or whatever. So a nice hot press, and I think a lot of that comes back to my design background, a lot of stuff.
Apparently we have different aesthetic sensibilities.
I guess so. Yes, like what?
I don't know. I don't think I am Berkeley, but I haven't lived here for that long. So maybe I'm not there yet, One day I'm going to be full on hippie. Because that's I think that's the perception people get of Berkeley.
Yeah. That's I guess when people think of Berkeley or Boulder, Colorado is another place I think of hippies.
Yeah.
But no, not Houston. Houston, it's I don't even know what the hell. It's just hot. You just dress appropriately. There's no hippies here because you don't want, the sweat, no deodorant, patchouli. It's not really a nice scent.
Oh, that's why he's clarifying what it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's, it's fine. I don't need them. I don't I mean, whatever.
Oh wait, I have another thing I picked up because that's the start of the
Okay,
show.
I saw this. Okay, I was gonna say I saw this in your picture. I was like, what is this?
Almost
Fist?
200 years old. It's not a full piece, and I think that's why I got it so much cheaper because okay, so this is a family crest.
Okay.
French family. It's all hand etched, and this is silver. This is
Cool.
the Meissen porcelain, and usually they would have like a tiny different seal. Kind of the hand would be holding another seal. So see, it's like something's supposed to be in here. There's nothing in here.
Yeah.
And so it would have that little seal here that would be like something else, a name or whatever they wanted.
Right.
I just thought it was so cool.
It is very cool. That's what I saw that on your image. I was like, what is that? But that
And
like
it's a tiny hand.
it's you could get like a plunger, if you could find a miniature plunger to put in there, that'd be great.
I need your tiny pen. Wait.
Or yeah, a tiny pen would be good.
No, too big.
You know what would fit? Let me grab it. I think one of these fit in there.
Ooh.
The little.
Oh, my package is here.
Oh. What did you put in there? What pen is that?
A very old Mont Blanc cartridge.
Oh, a cartridge size. Well, this might work.
No.
Pop it in there.
Ooh.
Or a faux fountain. Or you know what I have? I don't know if I can reach it or not, but it's those fountain pen keychains from Yoseka. They're pretty small and slim. That would probably, I bet that would fit in there.
All right, next year I'm bringing this with me.
That's cool. Yeah.
I like that one. That's a cool pen. I saw that one on, I think, one of your shows. You were showing it to Lori.
Oh, the Magna Carta mini pen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I modified it because it was just specifically on this chain. And I was like, well, what if I want to not wear the chain and remove it? So I put a lobster clasp so I could take it off and I could clip it to like a notebook instead. So I did modify it a little bit because I was like, I don't like that it has to be a necklace. If I want to like take it off, clip it to elastic on my traveler's journal, and I can do that. Yes, maybe.
So question, is it an eyedropper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little, it's an eyedropper, and it fits a little more than, or probably like right between a long standard cartridge to a small cartridge. So it's like but it holds quite a bit of ink, and it writes really good. It is actually a great writer. I don't really see. I'll show. I mean, if y'all haven't seen this before, but if you have, it has the tiniest little 14 karat gold nib, and it works. It's just the coolest little pen I've ever seen, and it has an ebonite feed.
Nice. So this is why I never got in their pen, because I feel like eyedropper works possibly best with that type of pen.
Yeah. I mean, and it has good flow. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's tiny, and that's another reason why I put it on this clip, because so let me take it off here. If I had it on a chain and I wanted to post it, because it can post. I mean, you have to really press it onto the barrel.
Ooh.
So if you get it, and then when you hold it, it actually, it's not quite as small.
Yeah.
But when it's not posted, I mean, you have to really grasp it with your fingers to write with it. But when you could, at least if you have a cap on it, you could kind of lean it up against your hand.
Yeah.
And it feels a little bit more, But yeah, that's another reason why I took it off the chain.
Not for everyone in that sense, but
no, it's not.
Wait, is it how much smaller is it than the Mont Blanc baby?
Well, the baby is put away, but what I can show you is next to a Kaweco.
Ooh.
So
yeah. It's super tiny.
So everybody has a good idea of what the Kaweco size is. And then here is a Sailor Mini Procure Slim, which is a small pen too. So, I mean, it's tiny. It's little. It's a little guy. But it's as cute as could be. And I do
It's mighty.
I mean, it's just the cutest thing. And Appleboom from what I know, Appleboom gets the first shipment of these. They'll be the first ones to sell it. And then I also know that Gold Spot for hands. oh my gosh, that's funny. Gold Spot will have the Oparex version of this, so it's going to be pricey.
Yeah.
But the Oparex, I saw the Oparex in person. He had a sample at the DC show, and it's really cool. And I told him, I was like, I need to know when that hits Gold Spot because I'm going to want one.
I'm going to test it. Okay.
Yeah. He should be there.
I need to do. I need to make a list, right?
Yeah.
What pens I am interested in testing or what vendors.
Well, Huron will be at San Francisco, and he will have those mini pens, I'm sure. Nice guy. But have you tried any of the Magna Carta? I love that movie. It's a pen for ants who can't read so well.
There you go. No, I think people are having some drinks.
Not me. Not yet. Yeah. I don't know. Have you tried any of the Magna Carta pens, the Flex Nibs?
So that's the thing. William here and I have been talking about it at some point, and
yeah,
been trying to convince me to get one. And
they're nice.
They are, but after reading all the reviews, I realized I should get probably 650.
This is the 650.
Yeah, something that is either piston fill or eyedropper.
Yeah, this one you can eyedropper. I have a cartridge in mine. It's not inked at the moment, but I plan on inking it. That's why it's out. But yeah, this can be eyedroppered, so you can have lots of ink in it. It flexes really good. It flexes like a vintage nib.
And that's why I'm tempted, but I want it, eyedropper it specifically or whatever, just that flow has to be constant. And after reading reviews, that's what I see as the problem with the cartridge converter.
Yeah. I mean, this pen, for some reason, when I have the cartridge inked up with it, I don't have a problem. And I don't know if it's because this pen is just really well behaved or if I got lucky with it. But I do have another one that, the flow, it's the Dutch Pen Show version from last summer. The flow is not quite as good. So, but yeah, I actually was talking to here, and he's talking about, I go to a show with him and demo the Flex Nibs to show people how to use them.
You should.
And I told him, I said, yeah, I'd be up for that. I think we're going to try it out in London and see how it works out. That I said, I will sit at your table for about an hour and let's see how it goes. And then we could talk from there. But I was like, I could totally sit there and just write with a pen all freaking day. Why not? I mean, I do it anyway.
How many pens are you giving me for that?
Yeah. Let's discuss pens that I walk away from your table with. Maybe some cash. Yeah.
All right. So I should stop by his table.
Yeah. Magna Carta. Definitely check out Tasha, all their beautiful pens, because just seeing them all in the same place, it really is nice. I'm trying to think who else. Bungo Box might be there, which is worth a look. I'm jealous. I would have really liked to have had that one. That is a really cool pen. That was really cool. I heard it sold out really fast too. That's a cool pen. But yeah, I really liked what they're doing with the resin on their pens. Who else? Galen Leather will be there. Do you like their stuff?
Yeah, I have a couple of their things. They might be sponsoring. I don't know.
Oh, they might be. Yeah, they always do like a bag like
although I think Rickshaw
giveaway.
is probably sponsoring because I mean they're local to us.
Yeah. Schoen, I would definitely check out his pens. They're a little pricey, but I have one Schoen and I love it.
Do you have the whole pen or the nib?
I don't have the nib. It's just I can't get myself to spend the cash on it. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
I mean it looks fantastic. I wrote with I mean they're nice, but I just can't shell out the money for it. I can't bring myself to do it. I mean, the little pocket pen was like $300.
Oh,
you add the nib.
He's coming up with the new one that's about to get released. I
Is
just
he?
saw a video on it. Someone got it at the DC.
Yeah.
It looks like Monarch nib, but
it's the pen.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. Yeah, I
checked that out. 1,100.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money that
in hindsight.
I mean, and I respect the hell out of what he's doing. I really do. I think, he's a young guy. He's doing some really cool stuff, but damn, it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. Where is he based?
I think he's in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not cheap to make these things, and you have
and it's not
machinery and like whatnot. So I get it.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not, and that's what I'm not familiar with the process. And I when I bought my Pocket 6 from a couple of years at DC, it's the faceted one, and that costs a little more than just the regular one. But after I got home from it, because that was like my purchase. That's what I went to DC. I was like, I'm gonna get a Pocket 6 pen, and that's it. That's all I really want. And when I got home, I was looking and I sent him a message. I wanted to justify the price. And I asked him, I was like, what goes into the process of making this? And he was kind enough to send me a video, and he answered all my questions. Mm-hmm. And apparently, making those, the texture in the pen, it's quite time consuming, for his machine. And I was like, okay, I just wanted a better understanding about it, why I spent that kind of money on a pocket pen. So, but he was very cool about it.
Mm-hmm. No, like for me, it's the same. Like, people are confused. Why are you charging? Because like, I'll be honest, my sets, they cost a lot of money. So, as everything takes extreme amount of time. And I think it's everything handmade. It's also your personal ethics.
Right.
So if I choose to go slow where somewhere else is gonna choose to go with machine,
Yeah. No, and that's cool. I think like I said, I respect what he's doing. I respect what people who make their own products are doing. I think it's very cool. And I understand that when you buy, a product like that, you're paying for their time and the materials that they are putting into that. And, and if you truly want stuff that's kind of unique and one of a kind, then you got to spend the type of money on that. So, I get it. I shop Etsy. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
That's true. How do you feel about the argument that people are like, well, and it's okay, and I get it. Okay, I'm gonna show you. One of my favorite makers is the Stipula out of Italy, which William will know. But what I love about Stipula, they make their own nibs. So,
okay.
Not all of them, but most of them they still make.
Yeah.
And so it's a cool pen, it's a cool nib, and then you have same price for this pen, right? And this is the Yovo.
Right.
And so how do you feel about the argument that some people are like, well, Yovo nibs. I see the body and I see what comes into it. And I'm like, this is so much work. This is artistry for me. And I'm like,
it is.
I'm okay with that. These two are at the same price. I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm cool with that, but yeah, it's like how many pens do I need to be Yovo nib vehicles? And that's essentially what it is. And because it's like, you're basically just buying a different body that the nib is kept in, you know, so it's just, yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Few will pay what they want to earn. Yeah. And that's, you know, that's, yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's, but you ask for what you think you're worth as well.
Right.
So, and that's what, if like, you know, was shown with Ian, you know, he asked what he thinks his pens are worth. And you know what? I mean, maybe not at first people were paying it, but I think they're paying it now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I say good for him.
And I feel like it's very hard to put a price on your work. And again, we're coming back to this cup. I don't know if how many people were here for this, but this is all hand painted. And the person sold it to me as a second just because it's like, looks like a crack. It's not. It's safe to use. But she was very sad this happened to her work. And so this went to me for $20. She spent a lot of time like painting this stuff. And for me, that's when I was like, wait a minute. This is a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even about, you know, paint is only this much or clay is only this much.
Right. No, well, you know, and I think a lot of creatives experience imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And they think they're like, you know, like I'm guilty of it. Like I joke around, like when I go live or whenever, you know, Lori and I have a show, and even on this show, like, you know, the two of you people who are watching, you know, that is
13 people.
Yeah, I was like, that is a little bit of that imposter syndrome, saying, honestly, who the hell wants to watch me talk to somebody? You know, it's like, who honestly wants to get on here and watch me and Marina have a conversation about whatever? Because honestly, every show that I'm on, it's like a Jerry Seinfeld episode. I mean, it's we talk about stuff, but it's like talking about nothing still. Mm-hmm. So, but people do tune in, and every time I'm surprised. I'm like, wow, people actually want to watch this. That's weird. You know, or, you know, it's the same with the Instagram stuff, you know, it's like, wow, people actually, you know, enjoy that. So, but you know, I'm thankful for it, but yeah, I do suffer from a little bit of the imposter syndrome, and I think a lot of creatives do as well. Yeah, research and develop it is expensive. It's expensive in time and in man hours. So, yeah.
And depending on where you live, it gets even more expensive, like in California.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, thank you for coming over. Anyone has any questions?
It's past midnight. Wow. Where are you? Gosh.
Austria, I think.
Austria.
Or Germany.
That's what it's
Correct
about.
Me. I don't know.
It's almost 6 o'clock here. So yeah, I'm reading what Ben is saying here. Yeah. But it's still really pretty to look at these pens. I personally, I cannot afford a $4,000 pen, but I can appreciate, you know, the beauty of some of these pens because they're really unique. You know,
I was at the so I dragged my husband out because it was my first time going to a pen club meeting, which was at the rickshaw factory.
Oh, cool.
And I took a picture of the pens someone showed me and let me hold and test, because I was like, I have a Pelikan M800. I don't have a 1000. And so they handed me their stuff and I took a picture, and then at home later I was like, it's a $10,000 pen they let me hold. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't think about that. Like, I remember a while back. So when Kenro was near Vienna, well, if I ever visit Vienna, we'll have to hang out, Chris, because that would be fun.
I love Vienna. I've been there once for New Year's celebration with my dad, and I love
how fun. Yeah, I would love to go. I would love to go there. That'd be cool. So back when Esterbrook or the Kenro was carrying Monte Grappa, this was like back in 2020, Brian Holzer, who I've developed a pretty nice relationship with over the years, just, you know, collaborating with them. He sent over this extra auto pen completely made out of lapis lazuli.
Ooh.
The pen, I think, was worth something like $4,000 or $5,000, and he let me babysit it until it sold. You know, I mean, I had it for like 2 months, let me write with it and all that. It was really sad to see it go, but yeah, I know you would, Chris. If I were
pack your bags.
if I were you, I would love to see us in person too. So
that's to the question: who even cares about us? There are people.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember thinking, I was like, I cannot believe he sent this to me to babysit here. Like, he trusts me with this expensive pen that I can never ever buy. I'll never be able to afford that. But it was cool.
Yeah. No, I looked it up and I'm like, to my husband,
$10,000 pen.
Yeah, you know how much that was? And he's like, what? And my husband, like, he has his Lamy. He has like this something from Pelican, and he's like happy, and he has no idea how expensive these things can get. So when he saw that, he was like, what?
That's just $10,000. I could not imagine getting a pen for $10,000. That's just insanity.
I mean, it would be nice to strive for that, but
I don't know. I don't think I can.
To.
I was like, I don't think I would be able to. I mean, $10,000. I guess if I were like, you know, really wealthy, and I had so much money to burn, sure, $10,000 pen, why not? But you know, no.
Yeah, I mean, there are different priorities.
I don't think I could do that. I'm happy, you know, I'm happy with just a plastic Kaweco and writing with that. I don't need $10,000 pen.
On that note, so I won an auction some time ago, and I was bidding because of one pen that I really wanted. But that pen came with two other pens. And one of them is like unnamed, whatever this is. This is a plastic whatever. It has no name, nothing. This freaking thing has been one of my favorite writers for like 2 months now.
That's funny how that happens.
And I'm like, I don't even know, what are you? It's like a straight pen, man.
What are you?
It's like, this is great. And it has kind of that great feeling about it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing. This is probably like, I don't know, $5, baby.
Just a nice little gem, you know. I mean, it's just see stuff like that. That's like a nice, happy, you know, happy thing right there. The cheap thrill pen. I love that. That's a lot of fun to get one of those, and yeah,
and just not care. And it's like,
just not care.
That's the thing with Jin Hao's, and I don't have a lot of those. I have like one or two that I put like heavy inks in for sketching, and I don't really care about like the whole like how people are in Chinese pens.
Yeah,
but I get it. Like at the same time, I really very much get it, because I just want to not worry about taking my Mont Blanc with me.
That's what. I don't travel with those. I travel most, like in my purse, I keep Kawecos mostly. And I also think that if I have the Kaweco with me and I run into a person who has never used a fountain pen, but they're interested in it, I'm like, just keep it. Keep the pen. Because it's like $30. So what? You know, it's like, and they enjoy it, and I could just get another one. Yeah. So, and it's a decent pen. So, yeah, Diplomat nibs, are they Yovo? They're good. Whatever they do to their pens over at the Diplomat factory, they're doing a good job.
Nice. I have to try one. I still haven't.
They're nice.
There's a lot of like Benu. I don't have any Benus, for example.
They're good. They have the Schmidt nib. The Schmidt nibs are good. You know, they're good writers, and they're nice and smooth. They're very underrated, in my opinion. You know, I'm surprised more people don't use them.
I think this thing has a Schmidt as well, and I'm like, I enjoy it. It kind of looks like Schmidt. It looks like number 5 Schmidt to me.
It's hard to tell from here.
And it really has zero indication of what it is.
Yeah.
Like whatever that is.
But you know, it's like, if it's enjoyable, if you enjoy it, it's a great writer. You know, it's like, that's the best thing right there. It's like, I'm not really into these status pens. Like, I don't give a shit, like, it's like, good for you, but I'm not impressed by that.
Yeah.
It's like to me, that's the wrong reason to get into this hobby, is if you're trying to impress somebody because you got a really expensive pen. you
Yeah.
know most true fountain pen collectors that I meet, they're into it. It's 1000% for the writing experience, how it writes. But yeah, you can kind of tell when someone is just, it's like they're it's like, yeah, well, I got a Mont Blanc. It's like, well, yay you. It's usually the people who don't know a whole lot about pens. They're like, Mont Blanc, Mont Blanc. I'm like, there are other brands out there besides Mont Blanc. It's just, my mom used to make me chant, I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. This house is clean. That's a reference from Poltergeist. So I was just talking about with them. This house is clean.
I think Ben is just catching up on the whole imposter syndrome thing.
Oh, it's all good.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. And
I know.
It's just it's one of those things you just have to just get over it.
I know Nobel Prize laureates who have it, so it's a thing people have, and
it is a thing. And it's just, even bringing Henri Matisse back into the conversation. Even he suffered from imposter syndrome. So if a guy like that, suffers from it, or can suffer from it, then we all can. Because he was, I mean, not everybody likes Henri Matisse, but I think he was pretty prolific. I think he made some good stuff.
Yeah.
So, and I like his, thinking outside the box. The paper cutouts, I think, were pretty fun. So,
and I didn't ask you all the questions, but that was one of the questions. Who was one of your favorites?
I mean, he's one of my favorites. He's like not my most favorite. I mean, I hate to be very cliche and say that it's Vincent van Gogh, but it is. He was a great colorist and had a great eye for composition, and his technique and use of texture was phenomenal. But I also like Edward Manet, who was he was right before the Impressionists, but I like him because he pushed the boundaries. And he was a great painter too, but regarding subject matter, he really pushed the boundaries and was thinking outside the box. But I have got lots of favorite artists from all the eras, of course. So yeah,
as it should be.
As it should be. I guess
Same here. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I guess I better sign off. It's been about 2 hours now, and it's nearly, my stomach's starting to growl because dinner time is coming up, and I can hear the dogs getting anxious outside the door. And I looked at the clock. Oh my gosh, it's like 6 o'clock already. That went by fast.
All right, you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. It was very nice to meet some of y'all that I've never spoken to before. So that was very cool.
All right. Hopefully we'll do this again.
Yeah. Or we can, maybe you could come on Juicy Broads and hang out with us. We could do the whole Desk Chatter crew and Juicy Broads.
Yeah.
The crossover episode.
We'll do that again. All right,
that
you
guys.
That
would be fun. Bye, everyone.
Bye.